Todo Santo, we visited my husband's small town in Oaxaca, Mexico. Nestled in Oaxaca, it is roughly 6 hours from any major city. That day we left around noon and we didn't get to the town till about 8 o'clock that night. This is the first time that we come to celebrate Todo Santo. In order to get to the tiny town that my husband is from, we have to cross an area called El Espinazo del Diablo, which happens to be very scary at night because there's a lot of incidents that have happened on that road. Being that back in the day, this road was so narrow that a lot of buses and cars would fall to their death, essentially. So we left at a good time because we crossed it right when it was about to get dark. We got to the major town around 8 p.m. And I didn't know, but I guess they celebrate a form of Halloween, so all the little kids were walking around in costumes and collecting candy. We grabbed food and then we stayed at one of the tia's houses. In a tiny town, a lot of things are done very traditionally, so we happened to get there right when she was killing some roosters and turkey. Because the following day there was going to be mole being made and everyone was going to participate in that tradition. The next morning we got up, we got ready for what was going to be the Halloween event that we were going to be hosting. That night we celebrated tabi, which is just you giving the items from your altar to the children that come by and ask for tabi. So if you had mole on your altar, you give mole. If you had tortilla, you give tortilla. If you had drinks, you give drinks. If you had fruit, you give fruits. This tradition I have not been a part of because we don't usually come during October, but it was really, really cool to experience it. Even my daughters ended up doing tabi that night, ended up going to different houses and essentially trick-or-treating, and they came back with fruit, they came back with all sorts of fun goodies. The last day we ended up going to the cemetery, which was our Todo Santo, ended up having food with our beloved dead ones. Then Grandpa took us to the Laguna because he wanted us to go check out this laguna called Laguna Tortugas. We took a little bit of extra time to hang out with our grandpa since we were going to be heading home that afternoon. He really enjoyed spending every minute with his granddaughters and making the most of their visit. We had a great time and can't wait to go back.